God Day from Nigeria. So God Day is asking, there are a lot of controversies on our salvation, where some doctrines insist that once you are saved, you can sin and still go to heaven. So what's your say on this?
I think the challenge and the confusion is bordered around fundamentals.
Okay.
If you are talking about once you are saved, why did you need to be saved? What were you saved from? If the condition a man was in was such as constitute harm to him, and in this case, as we deal with sin, the damage is an eternal one. Okay. Why did you need to be saved in the first place? If there was a need to be saved in the first place, it means going back to what you are saved from automatically defeats the purpose of the salvation you are even laying claim on. There are a lot of controversies there. The reason why humanity fell was because of sin. Okay. If sin brought about the fall of our forebears, Adam and Eve, and then because of that, iniquity spread on the whole of humanity, you can't expect to still live in sin and be safe.
All right.
So when I hear those questions, most times they are devoid of basic logic. They are devoid of basic logic. If a man will claim that once saved is forever saved, something must happen. The power of will and choice must be retrieved. If I put my phone on the table here and leave here, if there is no external force acting on this phone, it's going to remain here.
Yeah.
But so long as it is subject to external forces, it's going to move. So if the power of choice, the will of man is not expunged from man, then the matter of once saved and always being saved is unbiblical.
Okay.
Because the reason why you needed to be saved in the first place is a problem. Now that you say you are saved, you are still going back to that problem. So you are defeating the purpose of the salvation that you claim you have received in the very first place. So there is nothing like once saved, always saved. Jesus spoke to the disciples who believed. He said, if you continue in my word, and my word abide in you, then you shall be my disciples indeed. The word continuity is a power word in Scripture. You find Paul saying, be steadfast, be unmovable, be unshakable. What we should be looking at is this. If someone is saved, but he's dealing with habits, because salvation is in threefold. The salvation of your spirit, the salvation of your soul, and the salvation of your body. And then salvation has three tenses. We are saved, we are being saved, we shall be saved.
Yeah.
These are the phases of salvation, and then the tenses of salvation. So that those that God brought out of Egypt, that was a kind of salvation that they experienced in the Old Testament. But those who did not continue, they perished. Within 40 years, everything ended about them, and God continued with a new generation. So the whole thing about once saved, forever saved, I think is one of the lies of Satan, because the end product of that belief system is to take you back to what you were saved from.
Okay.
But sometimes someone is saved in his spirit, but there are habits, there are trainings they have in their souls. If you ask me what is the time, by reflex, it is my left hand that I want to look at.
Yes.
Because by training, my wristwatch has always been on my left hand for as long as I have been wearing wristwatch. So if I decide to start putting on my wristwatch on my right hand, and you say, what is the time? I have to look this way. Oh, it's not here. Then it's now here. Sometimes there are trainings people are dealing with, and it doesn't mean that once you are saved, you can continue in the habits and the vocation of sin that you've had before you got born again. The thing now is there are instructions: put off the old man, put on the new man, mortify the flesh. These are tenses around the enterprise and the experience of salvation.
Okay.
So once saved is not forever saved.
All right.
Yeah.